dyslexic while trying to read this.
Uh-oh.
Okay. The goal of this interview is to dig deep and get a better understanding of the user's experience when shopping and selling online. Through this interview, we will dissect some of your personal online shopping and selling experience, whether good or bad. We are also going to search for what are the best and worst characteristics of an online shopping website and what you want to have in your online shopping experience. More specifically, we're going to get into the idea of shopping for apparel online and the benefits/struggles that come with that. Now let's get into the questions. Okay,
Let's do it.
the first section is generic online shopping questions. So this is, when was the last time you bought something online? You answer that one.
All right. So the last time I bought something online was probably I think it was this past weekend, and I bought some toys for my cat that I just got.
Okay. So were you pleased with your purchase?
Yeah, I was. Chewy does a great job, great prices for a great quality. Shout out to Chewy.
Wow. Okay, that's great. It sounds like a sponsorship. Okay. How often would you say you buy items online?
I mean, probably like honestly once a week.
Oh.
If I have stuff to buy.
Like what is the most common thing you usually buy? Like, is there something like you buy like a lot, like regularly?
Like reoccurring? No, probably clothes, if anything. But I don't buy clothes that often. But that's like the most consistent thing that I go to online for.
What websites do you use the most to shop online? Like, which one's the best in your opinion, and like why?
I mean, Amazon has everything, so probably just Amazon is the best online shopping experience.
I feel like literally everyone's gonna answer Amazon to this, so I don't know.
I mean, yeah, Amazon's just too good.
Okay. Have you ever participated in like online bidding?
I don't think I have participated.
Okay, so I guess you can't answer how that experience was.
Yeah, sorry.
What helps you decide which items to buy when shopping online? Like, what is the reason you'll like buy an item? Like, are you always like looking for a specific thing, or do you ever like browse like to see like which one's the best? Like, what like sticks out to you?
So just why do I go online to buy stuff?
Like, why, when you're online buying stuff, why do you buy like the specific thing you buy? Like, if you're looking for like a pair of headphones or something, like why would you buy one pair of headphones over another or something like that?
Oh, it's a specific item?
Like any item, but like one that you would compare to other items when shopping online.
Okay. Well, for an example, would be like shoes, I guess. I buy most of my shoes online just because like the ones in this, it's hard to find like the actual pair you want in the store.
Okay.
So like online, you can get like a specific product and like design, I guess. Okay. Is the best example.
Man, oh man, you're freaking lightning through these questions because that's a later question.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. What are the good and bad parts about shopping online? Like, what is the pros and cons to you? Like, what it makes it like a benefit and what makes it kind of like a struggle?
Pro would be you just have anything that you can like buy is all accessible at the same time versus like going to a store. And the con, or a con would be like you don't necessarily get the item right away. So like if you need something like, say you need batteries for a controller or a remote, you can't like buy those online really.
Okay. And do you have like, with like the experience of shopping online, have you like mostly had good like or bad experiences? Like, what are like, do you remember any like specific like great experiences or like bad experiences you had?
Generally, online shopping ends up being good just because you kind of go to people you trust more. But there's like every now and then if you go to like eBay and get something crazy, then it might take a while to get there. So that would be the only like bad thing, was just taking a while to get stuff.
Yeah, that's true. How much has online shopping replaced going to like actual stores for you? And like what items are you still likely to buy in like a real store?
I don't buy food online. I know some people like do like Amazon. I know Amazon has some food that people like go to there online. So groceries is still like the biggest thing that I have to go get like in person. And then online shopping has just kind of changed for me, just like things that I wouldn't buy every day, you know, like
Yeah.
the like interesting stuff is just where I turn to for
Yeah.
online shopping.
So would you say it like kind of caters to like impulse buying?
Yeah, impulse buying, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I wouldn't have bought this flag if it
Oh,
was
that,
just
yeah,
in the
that's
store.
true.
But I just saw it online. I was like, this is sick. I'm getting it.
Okay, so now the next set of questions is like about like more specifically like apparel shopping online. So you've said before like you buy apparel, like what would be like the most common type of like apparel you buy online? Like whether that's shoes, clothes, accessories, stuff like that.
Yeah, probably the most common clothing thing that I buy online is definitely shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like almost every pair of shoes I've had recently I've bought online.
Okay. Have you ever sold any sort of like apparel online?
Yeah, I've sold shoes and t-shirts online.
Okay. So like, I guess what was like the experience with that? Like, was it a smooth experience? What would you change?
Yeah, I used StockX to do both of them.
Okay.
And they do a pretty good job about like walking you through it.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing I'd really change there. I haven't used other like sources to sell, so I couldn't really talk about that.
Okay, so what would you say are like the pros and cons for like shopping for apparel, like or like shoes in your situation online? Like, what's like the best and worst part of it?
I mean, obviously the fitment is the biggest con because you can't try it on obviously until you buy it. So that's the biggest thing. So the way I deal with that is like I get clothes or shoes from like brands I've already had before. So like I know generally how they fit, like how Adidas versus Nike fits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest con. If you're not like paying attention to what you're getting, you can screw yourself with like sizes.
Yeah.
Or if you're in between. Pro for like shopping online is just you can see a ton of variety of things.
Yeah. Like just a lot more like options.
Yeah, like if you like a shirt, but then you really, really like a different shirt, you can go for the one you really like versus just the one that was in front of you.
Yeah. So, like, what's the most common? Is StockX like the most common place you would shop for like apparel online, or?
For clothes and shoes, probably is StockX or like the direct website, like Nike or Adidas's actual website.
Okay. What is there anything that would make like that you can think right now would make shopping online for apparel like better? Like that a website could do that would like make you have a better experience? It's kind of a tough question off the top of your head.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about to cram in there. But not really. Something StockX does, I guess, that I like is that you can search by size. Versus, so then like you can search by like size of shoe, for example.
Yeah, but, so like you won't get shoes that aren't in your size, kinda.
Yeah, because then like if you just don't search, you could have like people are only selling like size 8 or size 10, but I'm like an 11.5. I can't wear those. So it's nice to like they have like advanced search filters, I guess is the way to put it.
Okay, so do you like use online marketplaces like StockX to kind of window shop, or like do you like just use the website to kind of browse shoes and stuff? And do you ever like look for apparel online and then go out to the real store and buy it? Like, do you ever do that type of thing?
Occasionally. The only way I'd really do that is if there's just like some kind of deal that I know of that is in person that's not online.
Okay.
But window shopping, yeah, I guess I kind of do. Like if I like a couple of shirts and then like I know that like this shirt's somewhere else and I need to get other things, I'll probably go in person and get it all then. Versus just buying the one thing online and then going to the store and getting something else.
Yeah. Okay, so then the next set of questions is about shoes. So we might have like answered like all of these, so I don't know. How often do you like buy shoes online, and how many pairs of shoes would you say you have?
I buy shoes online just about every time I need a new pair of shoes or like a pair of basketball shoes that come out that I really like. Like that's the way I turn to it is online. How many pairs I currently have? Probably like 8 to
Okay.
10 pairs,
Mm-hmm.
including basketball shoes.
Would you consider yourself a shoe fan?
I wouldn't say I'm a fanatic, but I would say I'm a fan.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm not crazy into shoes. Like, I don't care about the newest pair of Jordans or anything like that.
But like you can appreciate a nice set of shoes.
Yeah, like I appreciate a good set of shoes.
Uh-huh. What's like the most important part of like buying a shoe to you, and like why, like what's the most important part of also like the experience? So like when I say the most important part of a shoe, do you care about the look, the comfort, the like brand, and like yeah.
Yeah. Well, when buying online, definitely look is the first thing that like catches me. And then comfort, I usually would second that because it's a shoe. I'm wearing it. I don't want to be uncomfortable in it. But usually I go by brand, or like if I've had a similar shoe,
Okay.
or like if I know someone that has had shoes, like Vans, for example. I asked like you and Seth, because I didn't really have any Vans, so like I turned to you guys for that.
So you
see
like
if they're comfortable.
Turn to your friends and stuff to figure out if a shoe's good or whatever.
Yeah, since you can't wear it, I just ask around to see if anyone's ever had it, or look online.
Okay, yeah. Would you say you're at all like loyal or like prefer a certain brand of shoe? And like if you do, like what brand kind of?
I'd say I kind of prefer Adidas over other brands, just because I've had a lot of their shoes and I never had a problem.
Okay.
So I guess if I had to pick a brand, it'd be Adidas.
Okay. And because you've just never had a problem with it and stuff?
I've never had a problem. They're really comfortable and they look good.
Okay, yeah. Like, what would you say is like the average amount you're willing to spend on a shoe?
Depends on why I'm getting the shoe. Like an everyday shoe, I'd probably spend like $100 to $150 if I'm gonna wear it every day. But like a shoe that I'm just gonna like wear, like the pair of Vans. Like if I'm just gonna wear it every now and then, I'll probably only spend like probably spend less than $100.
Yeah, and like you said before, like you buy basketball shoes. Like with that, like is that different
basketball
at all?
Shoes usually are pricier. But probably around the same, 100 to 150.
Okay, yeah. You have bought shoes online. You've bought a lot of shoes. Were you satisfied? Would you say you were satisfied with shopping for shoes online?
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty happy with the shoes I have. I'm gonna turn to online for my next shoe probably.
So when you like sold shoes online, like how was that experience? Like was there like, did you ever interact with the customer? Like what was that like?
No, StockX doesn't really have you interact directly with the person. They just kind of post a price that you are willing to sell at, and then they notify you, hey, you've been sold. It's sold. So I didn't really get to talk to them, but yeah, when I did sell, it was just like just following what they were telling me to do.
And it went smooth and stuff.
Yeah, it was super smooth. I got the message, and then like the next day, I think I took it to the like post office to send with the shipping label they gave me.
That's cool. Okay, so are someone what? I don't even know what I wrote there. I don't know. I think that might be it. I don't know. So you would very obviously like use StockX again and like all that.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
I love the website.
Okay, cool. And honestly, I think that's it. Wait, let me hit you with this outro. Ooh, here we go.
Well, hold on.
Wait. Okay,
I gotta say my favorite part about StockX.
Okay, say your favorite part. Say your favorite part. Come on now.
All right, my favorite part about StockX is their like portfolio section where you can like post what shoe and what clothing bit you have. I love that because I like to track like if I bought something at like, for example, $100 and then now it's like $120. I just like to be like, okay, cool, I got something on the rise or on the downfall or something like that. And then like if you need to sell, you can sell and you can watch it all there. That's like my favorite part. So
like you enjoy like how like StockX is very transparent with all the information and stuff and makes it very easy for you to like track everything.
Yeah, it's just a nice way to like gather all the info that they have. They show you, which is nice.
And like I noticed when looking at it how like for you when you sold shoes was having like all the graphs and stuff on there that show you like the current market price and stuff and like the trend of like how is it going up or down? Is that like did you use that a lot when selling a shoe?
Yeah, I mainly use the fact that I showed me what I bought it at and what I like, and like they could say you could like put what price you bought it at in your like on your account, so only you can see it.
Okay.
And then it'll show you the current price.
Okay.
So then I just kind of use those to compare like what's the best, like how much money is it going to be worth for me to sell it from like what I actually bought it from.
Okay, so when you sell shoes on StockX, are you always like looking to like make money off of it?
Yeah, usually because I wouldn't buy a shoe that I didn't like really.
Mm-hmm.
So unless something, and like StockX really wants you to sell like new shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's if I were to sell something on StockX, it'd be just because I'm trying to make money.
So do you like buy shoes to like sell them new?
I haven't in a while. I did last year, like once or twice.
Okay.
And then I did a lot last year with clothes.
Okay. That's
just like Supreme stuff.
So you're just like trying to like kind of like resell it and like make money off of it?
Yeah, I'd make like $20. Call it a day.
Well, that's fantastic. What'd you do? I said like, so you said before, like, is there anything that StockX could do that like while you're using the service that it was like that was kind of annoying or like you didn't like something? If no, that's fine. Like,
yeah, I'm just trying to think because it's been a bit.
Or like something that seemed like a hassle.
What?
There was nothing that like seemed like a hassle or anything. It was very smooth.
No, yeah, everything was pretty nice. Yeah, searching for stuff's well put together and selling stuff's well put together. I think they do a good job.
Cool. Okay, now I'm gonna hit you with this outro. Thank you so much for your time.
Start over.
Thank you so much for your time. Your answers have assisted me in better understanding the user experience when it comes to online shopping. This information will help when analyzing the strengths and weaknesses of StockX website. Bang.